Well, y'all, I got my first harvest of zucchini, and we're going to make us some zucchini bread. I've already rinsed it off, and I'm just going to take a grater, put it on the big side, and I'm just going to grate it. Peelings and all, you don't have to peel it unless your peelings are really tough. If your zucchini is really big. You know what? I think I'm going to put it in the blender. It's a lot easier to put it in the blender or the processor. I'm just gonna, well, I've already got that cut, so I'm gonna leave that like that. Well, there it is. I lost my piece of zucchini, y'all. You can't see what I'm doing over here. But I'm just basically going to cut up that zucchini, and I'm going to throw it in my food processor or my blender. And I'm just going to chop it up that way because it's a lot easier for me to do it that way than it is to grate it. Save those pieces for the compost. Because this is the first zucchini that I've gotten out of my garden this year. And I decided I wanted to make some zucchini bread. So that's what we're doing. I'm preheating my oven to 350. I don't want this too small, but I don't want it real big either, so I'm checking the sizes of it. So much easier to do it this way. And we need a good cupful. So, or a cup and a half of shredded zucchini. So those two little zucchini that I just chopped up will make a good cup and a half. I don't like the way the light is over me up here, but can't help that. I don't think you can see too good. But anyway, you need a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and I've got a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and I've got a little bit of brown sugar mixed in. So it makes a 1/3 cup. That's what I'm using. Or 3/4 cup is what it equals. So that's 3/4 cup of sugar. You can use all white granulated sugar, or you can use half white sugar and half brown. It's up to you. We're going to use 1 egg. I'm going to put in a half a cup of vegetable oil. And some people don't mix it all together. I found that it comes out better if you just put it all together. A teaspoon of cinnamon. It's been a while since I've made this, so. But it came out of the pages of my cookbook over here. How much did I say? A teaspoon? Yeah, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now that's optional. You don't have to put that in. It's personal choice. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of vanilla. Not a teaspoon of vanilla. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to put in some lemon juice. I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of lemon juice if I can get this open. I don't know my own strength when I tighten lids down on some of these jars. I might make that 2 teaspoons. And if you got lemon zest, that would be good too. Now, what I'm going to do, I need just a little bit of salt, just a splash, because I'm using self-rising flour. And I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to add my flour last. Well, there was a big old hunk of zucchini. I don't want that left in my bread. Don't like a big old hunk in there. The rest of it should be okay. Except for maybe that one. And I'm not going to measure it because you don't even have to put this in. But I thought I would because I've got it. I'm going to put just a little bit of chopped walnuts. Maybe a 1/4 of a cup. And I'm going to put a little bit of raisins in there too. Just measuring them out in my hands. Because you don't have to be exact. I mean, this is optional. You don't even have to put raisins in there. You don't have to put nuts in there. But this time, I think I want to put them in there. Mix it up. So you get that lemon juice and the cinnamon and all that other stuff mixed all up good. And I've been working in the yard today. I started a project and I did the video on getting it started. So I had to come in here and take a shower and shampoo my hair because, I was all sweaty. It was terrible. Now what you need is, let's see, a cup and a half of, I'm using self-rising flour. You can use any kind you want. But I've got a measuring thing in here already. And this scoop is a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to put 3 of those leveled off, and that should be good. That should be a 1.5 cups right there. Most recipes call for 2 loaves, to make 2 loaves at a time, but like I said, since it's just me and I don't have anybody coming that I know of to help me eat it, so I'm just making 1 loaf. Oh, that smells so good. Now, since you've already got the cinnamon and everything all mixed in there, that should be good. Now, I'm going to take my baking dish that I'm going to use. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of buttered oil. I'm going to line it with just a little bit of parchment paper, just so it'll go up the sides, so I don't have any problem getting this out. And I'm going to cut it off so it's not so long. Because I just basically want it in there enough to where I can get my cake out easy, it doesn't stick. And I'm even going to spray some of that in there on that. Now, I've already got my oven heating, so I don't have to worry about that. And now I'm just going to, I hope you can see that. I feel like it's not focusing good with this light. It's just not. Let me get it down from up there. Maybe it'll do better to put it over here. It's not so glared on that, from that light up there. But this is a 5 by 9 inch cake pan. And like I said, I made just enough to make 1 loaf. So I'm just putting it in there. That's supposed to be the recipe for 1 loaf. It's kind of like my ziti. When I made that, you know, I cut the recipe in half. Usually, when I always made recipes like that before, I did the whole recipe, which called for the 9 inch pan. And most of these recipes call for 2 loaves, so you're making twice as much. But I cut back and cut it in half. And now you've got to bake that at a 350 oven for about 45, I think it is, to 50 minutes. Oh, 50 to 60 minutes. So I'm going to put it in my preheated oven. And I'm going to set the alarm on my phone for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then we're going to check it again. Well, it's time for us to check the zucchini bread. It's been in there for about 50, 60 minutes, so. Get me a toothpick. Should have already had it, huh? I do believe it's done. So I'm going to let it cool right there just a second. Oops. Didn't mean to drop that in the floor. I don't think I'll have any problem getting it out, but it is a little hot. I'm going to let that cool just a tiny bit, and I'm going to make some lemon glaze. And all I'm doing is taking a half a cup of white confectionery sugar, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to it. And I got more here if I need it, because you know, you don't need much in confectionery sugar. A couple of tablespoons will melt that stuff right down. And I think that's all we're going to need. Mix it up good. Yeah, don't need all of that lemon juice. Now, I'm going to see if I can get my cake and get it out on a plate without tearing it up. Let me see. Maybe if I can get another plate, spray it with just a little bit of oil. I don't want much, but I don't want it to stick either. Now I'm going to put that plate right on top of there. And I should have had my gloves on first. Flip it right upside down. Get the paper off of it. Now I'm going to take another plate and put it on here and flip it back over so it's right side up. And here's my zucchini bread. And it does need to cool. But what we're doing in the meantime, while it's cooling, I made that glaze. It's just 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and a half a cup of white confectionery sugar, and I'm just going to put it all over the top. You say, well, that's supposed to be bread and you're making a cake out of it. Well, hey. If I'm going to bother to bake something, I want it to be good. And I don't claim to be a great baker or a cook. That's not what my channel is all about. What my channel is all about is me, through my experience of growing a garden and the way I like to cook my vegetables that come out of my garden. That doesn't mean that that's the only way you can cook them. A lot of other people probably don't cook them the way I do. But that's the way I do it, and that's what my channel is all about. It's just showing you the way I do it. You may not agree with my recipes. That's up to you, and you have the right to do that. But this is just the way I do it. Gotta get some to run down the sides, don't we? Gotta get some of that goodness all over it. And I don't usually eat a lot of sweets. And usually if I do, it's stuff that I bake myself, so I know what goes in it, what kind of sugars, and all this other stuff. I've been trying to lose weight, and actually without even really trying, just watching what I eat and eating stuff that comes out of the garden, you know, even if I have to buy it, since mine is not producing yet. I've already dropped, let's see, since I went to the doctor and weighed, which was almost 6 months ago, I think I've lost about 8 pounds. And like I said, I really wasn't even trying, so I think that's pretty good. But, y'all, there's my zucchini bread. Don't that look good? It's got to cool, though. It's still hot. The glaze is hot. I got a crumb down here on the edge, though. I got to try. I just got to taste it. Oh, my God. You got to try that with just that little bit of lemon. That little bit of lemon just puts it into another world. And then to have the lemon glaze on top. Oh my God. I'm in heaven. I hate to cut it while it's hot, y'all, but I think I'm going to have to eat a piece of it. It doesn't usually cut too good when it's hot, but I just wish the light was better. And dear Lord, bless this zucchini bread that I'm about to eat. And bless all the YouTube people out there that take the time to watch my channel. Keep them safe. Amen. I got to try it, y'all. Just got to try it. I mean, hey, this is good stuff. I'm going to give you the first bite, though. Go ahead. Try it. That is so good. And like I said, you may have your own way of doing things, way of cooking. I just started cooking stuff on my channel just to show people how I do it. Not necessarily to say, well, this is the way you got to do it. This is the way I do it. And I thought you might like to see it. Might give you ideas maybe that you didn't have before. And maybe you'd like to try the way I do it for a change. And with that, I'm going to finish eating my zucchini bread or cake, whatever you want to call it. Because, I mean, that's as good as any cake. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me, watching my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Share my videos with friends and family. I need more subscribers. I don't think I'll ever have enough subscribers. So please, share my videos with everybody you know. I need more subscribers. I want more people watching my channel. I mean, I already feel the love that comes in from everybody. And I just love it. I mean, I'm glad I started doing the YouTube channel because I feel better. I have a purpose in life, so to speak. I get up and I make my videos. And that keeps me going. So anyway, y'all have a blessed evening. And like I said, please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed evening. Stay safe. And I'll see you on my next video. And have you some zucchini bread. Bye now.